Good morning, this is Life News for December 2017. I'm James.
And I'm Lily.
Another guest presenter here on Life News.
Hi.
So, Lily, it's Christmas and all families must have a Christmas tradition. Do you have one?
Yeah, we have several, James. My first one is, in our stockings every year, we get an orange at the very bottom, for some reason, we don't know why. And the other one is that we get coins wrapped up in as much sellotape as possible.
Coins?
Coins, like...
In sellotape?
Yes, they're wrapped up and then they just wrap them in more sellotape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
It's very difficult.
Must be.
Christmas is fast approaching and all our events are full to overflowing, which is really good. Please pray for everyone who attends a church event over the next happy season.
We want you all to have a very happy, Jesus-centred Christmas. And hey, here's Steve, with a thought for Christmas.
So, I'm sure there's everybody out there recognises this line of this song.
So this is Christmas.
The legendary John Lennon. And the line is very simple in the opening of the song that we've all heard a million times just this Christmas. And so this is Christmas. And what have you done? Well, I'll tell you what many of us will do, because it happens every year, doesn't it? We'll look for a present for our dad. Do you know a survey said that dads are the most difficult people to buy a present for? So, all the best with that. So this is Christmas, and what will we do? We'll vow that we're not going to eat too much this Christmas time. And yet, get this, every person eats an average of 7,000 calories on Christmas Day. Ouch. What else will we do? Many things. Sit there, like me, a little bit frustrated at writing many cards that you have to do every year. It doesn't take that long, but it's just one of those jobs that's... But what else? Let's go back to the original Christmas story. Because there's one person I just want to pick on for a moment or two that I actually think gets very little press in the original Christmas story, or out of the original Christmas story. Yeah, we all know the great players in it all, but what about Joseph, stepdad of Jesus? Yeah, he does get a mention. We often refer to Mary and Joseph, but it's a very, very limited mention that he gets. But there's one or two things that he does that I think are just spectacular, and actually teaches a great lesson, not just at this Christmas time, but out of the Christmas story into the future. Joseph displayed some great character traits. Number one was that he was able to admit that he was wrong. After his first angelic-inspired dream, he reversed his decision to break off his engagement to Mary. That alone makes him a great man, not just a good man in my book. His decision to stand by Mary surely didn't come without a struggle in his heart and mind. The law demanded that he report her as a suspected adulterer. And I'm sure that he wrestled between legal conscience and thankfully love. And love won. Another thing about Joseph, that he had the ability to be guided and steered by, let's call him the divine choreographer. Warned in another dream about Herod wiping out all the children around and realising that's what that would mean. He relocated his family to Egypt. Another dream revealed that it was finally safe to return back to Israel. Following God is a wonderful privilege, but it can be extremely painful. Mary's life of suffering and challenges very, very well documented, but Joseph knew his fair share too. He trusted when he found that everything wasn't plain sailing. The God who arranged a virgin birth to some, it would seem, forgot to book them a room in Bethlehem. He didn't even get to choose the name of his child. That was determined by an angelic visitation, predetermined. And there were other things, such as when the boy Jesus went missing at the temple some years later and responded with almost bland response by saying, I had to be in my father's house. Joseph was once again reminded that him in his role as a stepfather wouldn't see the workout of this child's life, because the suggestion is that he was gone long before Jesus grew up and started his ministry. He didn't get to see the wondrous works of the lad that he had raised and seen grow. Sometimes, this is the lesson, life is tough, but the call to remain faithful is always there. So Joseph lived beautifully behind the scenes, often unapplauded. This Christmas, there are unsung people who operate behind the scenes. They serve, they work, they trust, they give relentlessly. So my challenge to you this Christmas time, if you're hearing this message, is to offer a word of thanks. Face to face. I'm not talking about thanking God for them, you can do that, but actually somebody, an unsung hero, somebody in the family who does something that's going to make Christmas very special for you, or some of the celebrations that go on and you realise the work that's gone into them and nobody's standing there waiting for the applause. Take a moment to say thank you. They might sense the encouragement of God through your smile. They might find a fresh strength in their serving, which is a great gift indeed. And this Christmas, Joseph, what have you done? Quite a lot, I'd say. See you next year.
Services here at Life Church on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and New Year's Eve.
We'll see you in 2018.
Bye.
Bye.